Okie dokie 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 doke. And let's see if I can put my noise canceling on for my headphones. Awesome. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're a little early tonight. Cause I'm excuse me, working on something tonight. I really got inspired. I'm like, okay, well let's let us begin, I guess. Right here, what I got is a wonderful rendition of the Satellite of Love. I'm going to try and see if I can basically make something from it. We shall see. I got this from, I think, SketchUp 3D Warehouse, and so I'm going to try and see if I can nail the sucker tonight. Let's see. And ding. Okay. Cool. What I'm trying to do is I want to make this so that I can use it for animations. Let's just first off, I want to check the scale here. Item. Okay, yeah, this seems to be the right scale. So let me first. The goal is I'm going to try and see if I can make it into a model. Basically, I could easily do it other ways, but first off, actually, let me go. Hey, Wonder, thanks for recommending I do this tonight, because I feel like this is going to be helpful for me, as you probably can imagine. But I'm going in here, and I'm working on trying to get this set up right. So, fuck, I just realized something. It'd be a lot easier is if I select you. Oh, wait. And, okay. Separate by materials. And think tile hexagon white is what I need to hold on to. Everything else must go. Wait for it. Oh, fuck. Put that right there. Okay. So this, in case everyone wasn't aware, is from a show of mine that's a real favorite between the Kitsune clan, especially with Stony. He is a huge fan of the show, and as am I. I mean, I hold no. I love the show. It's an old one. It's an oldie but a goodie. It's from the early days of Comedy Central when they were nowhere near where they are now. It's called MST3K, and it was quite possibly the greatest show they ever made. It had a terrible run on, at least in my opinion, on the mine's all over the place. On Netflix, and now I'm working on trying to recreate or using a model I acquired. Hey, Jim, that I acquired from the what is it? 3D Warehouse. I'm from SketchUp. I'm gonna try and see if I can use this as kind of like a model I can use in for a stage build. As you can see here, the doors will. I'm gonna try and see if I can make it so that it can. Basically, I'm gonna try and see have it so it's like a scene build. I have some of the props already isolated, so like you got the table here, and essentially this is a commercial sign and such. So I'm going to try and see if I can go in here and basically I'm porting from the program SketchUp. Someone had a really nice thing. So I'm going to have to get reference art here, so you guys will be able to see what the show is all about to a certain extent. So I'm going to try and see if I can show what I mean. I would go to YouTube actually, but actually I think Plex would be a better place. Oh, hi Workstream. Let's actually instead, I'm gonna go to my Plex server. I have on my computer. Actually, no, I'll pull it up this way. It's literally connected to my network. But we're gonna pull up some of the episodes, or one of the episodes, just to use as reference. This is actually the set from, I think, the second half of the original run, the Mike era, if you will. The show is basically, how would I word it? Well, if you know what riff tracks are, it came from that. So I'm trying to think which one I want to use as the reference. I think I will use... We'll just use this for... Actually, it's this is... No, I don't want to download it. Fuck. Alright, let's try it again. We're gonna go... Like, oh, these are movies. I have my server literally sitting here on... Oh, man, dude, you have no idea. Like, that... Like... I've learned how to use... Like, this is all made... I think I imported this from SketchUp. But my goal is I'm going to try and see if I can, touch up the textures and whatnot. But for that, I'm going to need reference. Learning 3D is a very... It's literally kept me together the last few years. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I'm going to work on this tonight. Okay, so let's see if I can skip ahead. Okay, perfect.
See, I don't know what my area code...
Okay, so this is kind of what I'm going for. The lighting obviously is going to be a bit different, but because this is actually the... Hey, Axel! This is actually one of the earlier renditions of Mike's set. But as you can see, there's the... my brother actually made one of those. He actually made one of those awesome freaking... he and me are huge fans. In fact, I probably should show off some of his robots he built. He actually managed to meet the guys who worked on the show a couple years ago, and it was like an amazing moment for him because he built all the robots. And speaking of robots,
up in the Milky Way for crying out loud.
Let's see if I can. He's built both these guys. He has a jumpsuit and everything. But I'm trying to see if I can make. That's probably not the best reference to use for this. So let's. I'm trying to think what episode I want to pull up because there's so many. This show, like, I don't want to get copyright struck, but hell, I don't make money anyway, so we'll just use this. We'll use that. We'll have to pull. This is actually this episode I pulled up here for reference is the first episode I ever watched actually. So the comparison, you can now start to see where I'm going from here. Between this and this. So, dummy, 1 sec. Let me get this right. Yep. Okay. So we got that. Delete you. And so, like, it's starting off very simple. And I'm going to have to... The challenge I'm going to have to face here, and the challenge I've had and been hesitant to do all this, is mainly because, like, the whole... it's hard to see from, like, the resolution here, but, like, all this stuff on the walls, it's, like, literally vacuum foamed copies they made. Like, I think these are probably, like, wrenches, and they're all painted the same color. Like, my brother has had a field day trying to replicate that. He is, for me, like, he's the shop version of me. Like, if I'm the guy who makes stuff in 3D, he's the guy who makes stuff in shop. So, this is what I'm going to have to figure out here, and I think what I'm going to do is first off, actually, I'm going to make this light blue color here. Like, that's going to be, it's going to be that color, but my goal, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to make multiple, what's called normal maps of, like, various tools so that the shading is going to be proper. But the first thing I need to do here is I need to go in here and, like, do what's called cleanup. Oh yeah, dude, I need to do more, like, original stuff. In fact, one thing I was talking about, he probably wouldn't want to be, but he's younger than me, obviously, but, it's amazing. Hey, Gypsy, that's funny, Gypsy Crusader is king, and I'm just like, one of the characters in the show is literally, if I can pull it up, get to the right spot. Yeah. One of the characters' name on the show is literally Gypsy, which I thought was rather amusing. I'm different! Ah, shit. But yeah, we're trying to recreate the Satellite of Love tonight. This has been a project that's been on my bench for a while, and I was, like, looking through things to build tonight, and I'm like, you know what? This sounds like fun. I have like a mic model I'm trying to like perfect. I'm probably just gonna go into this program and try and recreate his head from scratch. I was gonna do. Actually, I was working on that recently. I need to do more about that. But yeah, so need to like delete. Okay, perfect. Okay, so honeycomb setup is mostly there. I need to go in here and delete this material. Yeah. I'm gonna have to redo all that, but that does look a lot better. Okay, so let's fast forward a bit to an actual host segment that I can get a better look at it. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna make this color more bronze. Let's see if I can do this though first. Well, it's meant to be based off of MST3K, which the show itself is 90s Nickelodeon vibes. Well, the funny thing about MST3K was it was built. It started out on a not public access, a local radio, local TV station, like an old what's called UHF station. If you, for everyone you know, you're old. 1 sec, I'm gonna get a pop. But essentially, it got its start on a local, UHF station outside of Minnesota, and they basically had a bunch of B movies that they would air on the channel, and they're like, well, what if we just have this guy, who's a local comedian, but he's been on SNL, let's get him on and we'll have him make a show. And he made a show where they sat down in a theater with like these silhouettes, iconic silhouettes like, and they just kind of they'd sit down and watch an old goofy movie that they had on file and made fun of it. Like they were in a movie theater, and it's a really good show. If you've never seen it, I will say this: do not watch the revival. It is absolute garbage for one reason. I'm gonna move the chat box down, and that reason happens to be a man referred to as Patton Oswalt. I cannot stand that fucker. Forgive my language, mother, if she's watching, which I don't think she is, but I cannot stand Patton Oswalt. So he's it was a 90s show, a very 90s show. It went off the air, and speaking of my brother, who's a huge fan of the show, he was born a year before the show went off the air, like stopped airing new episodes. I got into it at the tail end because, and that's a story, but there are so many weird, like, how I got into some of my favorite passions can all be traced around to various things. One of them was, when I was 3K, I got into it because I was a fan of Godzilla, and there was a book I read when I was a kid, called Japan's Favorite Monster. I stand by the concept that it was probably one of the best, the most comprehensive book on Godzilla when I was a kid. But it mentioned MST3K in it, and it's kind of the reason why we have more gamer movies. But so let me just change this to bronze, because I'm gonna try and base it off Sci-Fi Channel era. So because it was originally on Comedy, it was on KTMA, and then it was picked up by Sci-Fi, by Comedy Central when they were starting in the 90s. And so let me take a screenshot of this. And so what eventually happened was they that ran on the channel for like a good 7 seasons, and then it got picked up by Sci-Fi when it was still called Sci-Fi, not Sci-Fi. And so essentially the show eventually got picked up by them, and they ran it for a few more seasons. And like the weird thing about the Sci-Fi Channel era, the first season had an ongoing plot. And if you know the show in any capacity, one of the lines of the opening credits is, like the theme song is, if you're wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts, just repeat to yourself, it's just a show. I should really just relax. So it was kind of ironic, them, you say, well, this is them adding like a freaking plot to a puppet show. So I'm gonna, that'll do for now. A good starting point, but I will have to change some of these. Obviously, the table is going to have to be given new. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to have to redo that entirely, but I'm going to hold off on that for now. But yeah, I'm just trying to get a feel for this. So we're going to go into the honeycombs, and we'll call this comb. I think that's how you spell honeycomb. Comb. We'll just call it that for now. Really, what I'm trying to do here is get a decent sampling of... it's gonna need to be brighter. It's gonna need a little more saturate. There we go. That's about where I want it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do it. Well, you're not the right color, so we're gonna put that in Cobe. And, okay, so what I'll do now, I'm gonna move you up. Yeah, I show my mother occasionally, and hope that she doesn't think I'm like there are certain times where like she'll give me a look of disapproval. Not entirely, but you know, there's certain days where certain things where like there's a reason why I don't make adult content, and that is one, and it's mainly because I promised my mother I wouldn't do it. So like adult. Hey, Mr. Death username, how are you tonight? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just decided I was going to come here and work on this a bit. Which is... Okay, so... I'm going to have to redo that. I wish I had my brother's thing for reference, to be quite honest. But, oh, actually, you know what I'll do? I'll start off with. I'm going to work on the table a bit. I'm going to pull... Well, okay. We're going to move... First off, I'm going to move everything... I'm going to... hide you guys, and then let's see, new collection, combs. Okay, so we hide you, bring out that. Oh, that's the floor. So we're gonna call this floor. Wait, I said okay, floor, and then on the props, I'm going to get the table separate. Move into new collection. I am the table. Me too. I miss the 90s. Well, I wasn't really that old during the era, but I do have quite a bit of nostalgia for that era. Let me tell you. Oh. Well, there you go. Oh, question then, Gypsy, Crusader. Did you ever watch MSC3K? Because let me tell you, your name kind of brings back a memory of that. why I found that a bit amusing. Let me just... I'm going to select you and delete you, because you're the part I don't need. Select... Okay, so... I'm just going to do this. I'll probably start from scratch. Okay, so we're going to make this... I'm going to redo the table from the ground up, I think. Okay, so... Okay. Let's see. So we're going to do... Fuck. I can't even remember what it looks like. And I feel like the honeycomb look on the floor doesn't look exactly... You know what I can pull up? I know what I can pull up. Because it's actually one of the funniest bits. Oh, man. MAC3K was... It was the freaking bomb. Let me pull this up. Oh, that looks nice. So we're going to pull up... You're not gonna... Why did I not preface this? Gamera, Gamera, Gamera is really sweet. He is full of turtle meat. Yep, I know that. Okay, I think this is. Yeah, this is it. I actually have a DVD of this, but let's see if I can find some decent look. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're trying to work on this table. Let's see. Oh, God, let me just show you this little clip here. There's so many good moments.
Why don't you know it? I can just imagine a common scene from the days of ancient Greece. Oh, hi. Oh, jeez.
Good stuff. This show was freaking amazing, is what it was. It's a relic, and that's why I feel like the new show didn't do it justice, because essentially it was not redoable, I guess.
Skin in the show in there.
There sure is.
Yet.
Let's see if I can find. There's actually one bit in this that I can never stop. But me and my brother always bring up. Let's see if I can find it. There's just this one joke that is quite possibly the greatest blooper ever made, because of how simple the bit was. Okay.
Help us.
Hi there.
I've been having trouble with velvet leaf,
Ah,
cutworm, and monkey tail.
okay.
Sorry. Help us.
Yeah, I'm glad Mike started Rift Tracks too, because that show was, in my opinion, it's the only reason why it worked. I guess, or I'm gibberish right now. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place mentally. But yeah, Mike started Rift Tracks, and it was basically a better revival than the actual fucking revival. So let's see. I'm gonna do okay, so table underscore side. Alright, so yeah, we have the original at least, that's what I say. Okay, so table side, we'll do table underscore tape. I have an idea how I'm gonna do this. I also need, okay, so the honeycomb tile hexagon. Okay. So I'm actually going to start off by redoing this whole thing. Or at the very least improving it. So it actually makes sense. We're going to use this shot here as a good chunk of reference. Even though it doesn't really work proper. So I'm going to, to start off with, I'm going to go in the shading. I'm going to define the various sections. Hexagon's already done. And then we're gonna go in here. I need to do. Oh, Hurt, the song by oh man, that's I'm thinking of, what is it? Movie. Johnny Cash. Yeah. Are you? Hang it. All I can say is just hang in there, bud. We're all in this together, as I try and tell myself most times. Hope you're doing okay. Alright, so we're gonna make this be about half dark. Oh, I see that one. I need to do more Gundam videos. It's. I'll be honest. I've been feeling really not down, but I've been like fighting off, depression and whatnot. Which I think we all kind of can relate to a certain extent. I've been, it's been a rough year, but hey, we're all alive, So we're gonna assign that, and then I'm gonna need to go up here, and I'm basically, what I'm doing here is I'm gonna try and recreate the sides here that are a certain color. And I think I joined okay, I'm gonna out of curiosity, if he's, I don't think he's still here, but my friend Scam, who is in the chat, I wonder if he was still in the chat. But I was curious if he was doing pizza deliveries tonight, because occasionally he'll listen to me stream it, and I didn't know if he was doing that tonight. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna have to probably just. All right, I'm gonna have to do a lot of this from scratch. Well, here's hoping it turns out better. I'm just trying to stay positive, as my dad often says, or he's told me this, and I've honestly returned the favor by telling him this as well. Sometimes we can think the world is about ready to literally blow up in our faces, and we're like rushing around like chickens with our heads cut off, And have a good night, Paladin. But my dad always told me, he said, you could, and this was actually right after 2012 or 2016, and my dad was like, I know, like, because at the time I was just kind of relishing in the fact that that my bias about things was correct. That's another story entirely, but he was like, at times I was really, really all over the place mentally, and he said, you can act like the world, or you may think the world is on fire, but in the end, God, I'm just drawing blanks here, but he said the sun will set in the morning and rise the next day, and it's going to do that for the rest of your life. And you can think the world's going to end right now, everything's going to go to shit, but just remember that the sun's going to set tonight, Exactly. Or how my mom put it, we survived Clinton. You know? I mean, one can make the argument it's worse than that now, and there's probably a civil war coming, but I'm just kind of looking at it like, you know what? I'm just... I know I'm going to be okay. We're all going to be okay. And if anything, we were all born into this world at this very time. Oh, believe me, Death. I'm not surprised. China is willing to blame everyone. Anything. They blame, you know, a monkey if they could get away with it, kind of thing. It's because they're in deep shit for it happening. And let me tell you, Beijing Biden probably won't help matters. But my point is this, gentlemen, and it's that, you know, we all got it. We can do it. Oh, Sopranos. Let me tell you something. Right now, oh God, where do I begin with that? I kind of want to vent for a sec. I was talking a bit to, or I saw that my friend Carl lost his job. You may know him on Twitter as Mr. Random. Carl is a amazing person, funny guy, and he is. I refer to him as my protege in the art of salt sniping. And the funny thing about, he apparently lost his job tonight because of a Karen, for lack of a better term. Well, but to vent, I want to bring him on, if anything, just to vent or not talk about it, or help, you know, handle things or talk about other things. But let me tell you something. Tonight, or I'm going to be having to move out of this place I'm in right now, because, so I know that feeling about, you know, having to find a place to move to, because let me tell you, God, I don't want to go too personal in my own life, but I don't want to leave the country. No, heavens no. Let me tell you that I'm not leaving this country. I'm in it to win it. But if anything, I'm very thankful that I have a job still. In fact, I work. Well, to quote, for those who know the show, MSC3K, to quote Mike, I'm a janitor. I clean up the puke at your school. But I'm thankful I still have a job. I'm very thankful that. I'm thankful that my boss, despite my anxiety, despite my literally crippling anxiety right now, that like she knows I do a good job, and she's so willing to work with me. Mainly because she doesn't really have any other people to do the job. But I'm thankful nonetheless that she's able to. Dude, I hope everyone can find better places to live. Or I mean, Italy's probably, as you said, pretty nuts right now. I can believe it. But right, I live in the middle of nowhere, mid-sized town in Indiana. I'm very thankful to be here because, and close by to my family. My family is very supportive. To be quite honest, I love them, but I don't like being a burden on them. You know. Like, my anxiety is a crippling situation in that regard. And I'm leaving basically the role of figuring out my whole situation with my job, my housing situation to my mother, because she can handle it way better than I can. And I'm very, very thankful for that because anyway, but yeah, we're all gonna get through this. That's how I look at it. Okay, so just go back here for a second.
Sorry.
Okay, so so I know what I need to do here. It's gonna be, they're gonna be triangles, so that means I gotta subdivide this by about, okay, edge, subdivide, oh fuck, no, I didn't think of that. I didn't think that far ahead. Edge, subdivide. One day at a time. Build up the money, and then eventually you'll get there, you know. And I mean, let me tell you, saving money and me, not a very in some cases, you know, a pointless gesture, but I try. You know, I want to get better. My dream in life is to be independent, and it's been a challenge, let me tell you. Okay, so I'm like trying to measure this out I'm half thinking about it. Okay. Trying to think of the best way of pulling this off. Okay, so we're going to have to put this there, and this there, and then I'm going to have to, like, because I don't like being a burden to my family, let me tell you. They are wonderful people, and I don't like being, well, I will say they're a very competitive country when it comes to jobs, and they're not, I mean, I'm not going to mince words. They're a very xenophobic nation. Or rather, not very particularly kind outsiders. But, I wouldn't blame them considering, like, some of the shit they deal with. I mean, I watch the Godzilla films, for example. They're some of my favorites. And I was just watching a video of my brother yesterday. It was talking about... Oh, actually, I know what I can do here. One sec. I had a thought. But, I was talking to my brother, or we were watching a movie about, or a video about the various films in the franchise that succeed at this. One sec. I was trying to figure this out. Yeah. Do 8 there. See if I can. Sorry, I'm just kind of like this. I try to keep a conversation. I'm terrible at that. Let's do 16. Okay. Now this is really a very ghetto way of doing things. But I think I know what I'm gonna do here. Okay. At last. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that did it. That was a real life hackish thing. Last. Okay. Now. Jeez, that's crazy. Like, basically, the saddest part is, or like, they're helping me by finding it, and I'm kind of leaving it to my mother because I'm all over the place mentally at times. So, and they're happy to help me. My family is a very rare example of, like, just how do I word the love and respect I have for my folks, because holy shit, I got a lot of it. But let's just say they were a rare kind of family in this country when I was a kid, and even especially now. So yeah. Jeez, though. So you guys rented it out an apartment, and like the rent ran off with everything? Jeez, that sucks. No, seriously, that's oof. I can only imagine, because I mean, like, I like living here, where I'm living currently, but I'll be honest, I've not been the cleanest here, and that's basically why I didn't get renewed. My cleaning, the cleanliness of my apartment is linked to my anxiety. Like, the cleanliness of it. It's almost like a proportionally linked to how my mood is. And so I've not been the best at it. So, yeah. That's kind of how I look at it too, Death. That's kind of the feeling I don't like being a burden to them. I don't want to be, because they're such wonderful people. I don't want to, like, mooch, you know? So, it's, but yeah, it's late at night. Charza is tired. I worked the day job, came home, and I'm like, I want to make something tonight. I want to hopefully chat with people. It's kind of boring, I will admit, but, whatever. just realized this is gonna need some under the hooding after I actually start making the faces here, because the proportions are all wrong. Oh, okay. Oh, fudge. This is a scut. Wait. Yeah. Okay, so if I do this face. Okay, yeah. Let me do something real quick. Scale X. Ooh. There we go. But now I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Okay, I see. Yeah, so I'm just totally out of it tonight. Holy hell. Okay, so let me delete this face. Oh, wait. Okay, and then we merge these. Join. I think. Okay, merge at last. Oh! Okay, perfect. Okay, so then I... You know what I'll do? I'm gonna... Okay. God, I am totally... I'm sorry, I'm not the most talkative tonight, guys. I'm just... not 100% here. Okay, so... to be honest, caffeine's been an issue for me as well. So why... Okay. I have an idea. Go into this. Global. And then view. And then... no. Aha. There. Okay. There we go. That's better. I think. And... face. And tile assign. And then we go here. Connect the dots. La la la. Alright, so, okay, that doesn't look quite right, but this is kind of a rough draft. But what I will do, is go into you. Oh, actually, no. I need to hold off on that for now. I was like, I put the horse before the carriage again. What a surprise. I'm half awake. Bear with me. Fakes. And then we do this face. And then we do tape hexagon assign. Well, that's a story. Okay. I hate to say it like this, but that sounds like something that would only happen in Italy. I don't know why that sounds like it to me, but it just sounds like such an Italian thing. Like, a stereotypical Italian thing, is what I mean. It sounds like something straight out of, like, you know, where Peter's like, bibbidi bobbidi. I don't know. Alright, so, okay, so... Oh god, come on. Let me go into here, 3D cursor, scale X. Okay. Okay, so the basic setup here, it's not entirely accurate, at least as far as I know. Probably, actually no, I think that's about as close as we'll get. So, now we have that. Select. Alright, so we're going to do UV editing. We're going to hexagon white, and then what I'm going to try and do here is select, and then I'm going to do UV project. Project from view. Okay. Oh, actually, yeah. Scale, we'll do that, and I just realized, oh wow, there you go, that looks great, here, That's about as close as we're going to get for right now. Now, the side sections I'm not going to worry about at the moment, except for that I will add the back here. So that I can hopefully make it look right. Face. Side. Side, and then doop, doop. Yeah, this is going to take a lot. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not fully here, and I'm just like, this is going to be a project that I'm not fully... Oh, but dude, I just realized how I could do that. Sorry, brain's thinking a mile a minute, and I'm like starting to realize like the various ways I can pull this off. Big the top of the... Oh, believe me, the plan I'm thinking of doing here, John, is I'm going to make the sides here that are like all vacuum form. That's going to be a normal map. I'm going to add detail texture, especially to this tape here, like the table tape material, so that it has kind of a vinyl look to it, because I feel like they use like duct tape style vinyl. And then the rest of it's going to be all, you know, the next thing I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to try and at least touch this up, maybe. I don't know. But the challenge is going to be to, what's the word? Figure out how I'm going to, or like a lot of stuff I'm not going to be able to do tonight, because I'm just a shot right now mentally. But I will. That is a plan. Is I'm going to try and make the walls vacuum form, but I'm going to need to figure out, you know, get the right texture and whatnot. Oh, okay. So that's what that is. Let me just go in here and. Okay, so delete faces. Is that the wrong? Okay, so that is the wrong one. So we go in here and assign you. Okay, perfect. All right. And now that that's done, okay, so that's done. Oh, I see what you're saying. Actually, I took a look, see what you said, John. I realized what you meant by that. The plan I'm aiming for here with that is I would make it like a quad, but I'm also like considering how simple this is gonna be, like geometrically. The sides are gonna be entirely done with normal maps for the vacuum form. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna talk to my brother about that tomorrow, I think. But as to the top, the reason why I made the geometry what it was that, I mean, yeah, I could do that, but I'm also a fucking sadist when it comes to this shit. So, like, I'm gonna make the hexagons. I'm gonna make that into a simple normal map. But the tape, I kind of want it to be a separate material. I could merge them together. You're very much correct, but I'm also someone who is fucking anal about material variances, I guess. I don't know. I taught myself, and I'm not the smartest tool in the shed. So, theoretically speaking. Oh, I've been working on Gundam stuff, that's for one thing I've definitely been doing. And I've also been doing a lot of stuff in Blender. I need to be doing more, not in Blender, but, you know. And, oh, that's what came with it? Oh, I'm going to use that. That's for sure. Use as a detail texture. But, the challenge for me at times is the day job messing with everything else. Like I've been like I one of the things I've been trying to like start the planning stages of is I have IP I want to start working on making my like original IP. Oh, actually, that is one thing I've been doing here. You see all these things here. I built a model of with some help from Wonder of Dylan from Twitter. I've been kind of all over the place with projects to the point where a lot of things that should get done haven't gotten done, you know? Oh, that's a JPEG. I'm going to blow this up because I can. Export as a... I'm going to save that as a PNG. And then... God, I am out for lunch tonight. My goodness. Alright, so... My ADHD is all over the place. My computer's now fans lighting up. I'm sorry. I'm so scattershot at the moment. Mine's just kind of floating in the abyss. Alright, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to be using my Wi-Fi 2X setup. I'm going to make one change here. Ignore aspect ratio, go back. We're going to make you, we'll keep it that way. Alright, we'll start this. There we go. Okay, so basically I'm using my GPU to use AI upscaling to get this looking a lot more nice, I guess. It's a little overkill putting up to that height, but oh well. All right, so I'm gonna take a look see at this now. Open. That okay. So comparing that to this, that's not too bad. I'm then going to invert the color. Adjustments, invert. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, let's do something. I'm basically going to try and make, if I can, a height map of sorts. Oh wait, I should have done the other way. Yeah, this is not, okay. Alright, so brightness, contrast. Yeah. Make that contrast a little less. And I think my mother's Polish, same thing. Okay. Okay. Now that I got that, I'm gonna make a basic and simple normal map from that. Why did I? New SOL model. Okay, so we'll make generate. We'll make it the size. We'll lower the size down to 120. Generate normal map. Based it off of. Yeah. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah, that'll do. That'll do for the. Just as something simple. We'll save that. Oh no, not save it. We're gonna export it. Export as a PNG file. Tile hexagon. And we'll name it N. And then we'll do this. And we'll not generate that, but we will downsample it. And then we'll export this as this. Yes, I want to overwrite that. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the shader. This is the tile hexagon. Reopen this. That's that. Then we go up here, copy, paste. Oh wait, no, wrong one. I guess we want it to be the PNG. We add vector, normal map. There we go. And then we do import of the normal map we just made. Bring it down here. Bring it down here. Do UV map, normal, normal. And pop it out, and it's probably going to be not that noticeable, but that is, well, actually, yeah, I don't even know if it really even shows that well here. Did I? Oh, yeah, it's hexagon white, okay. We'll do specular a little more, but add a little more roughness. Alright, so. Now, I'm thinking about how am I going to do this. Cause I'm trying to think, like, the vacuum form, like, this is not the right time for me to be thinking about all this, but, see, I wonder, I'm trying to figure out how I'd pull that off. I need to get a bunch of images, because I'm going to have to basically build it from a height map, and I'm trying to think, Yeah, I'm like, you should see me when I'm really like in the groove, inspired about something. Trying to think if there's a web. Wait. I think I've got it. I got an idea. Okay. I'm gonna have to make another project. But, new general, I'm gonna have to import something, but this'll do. I'm gonna do. Where is it? SOL. I know I found there was a Satellite of Love I found. I don't think I downloaded it though. Alright, let's go back to 3D Warehouse. And then I know there was one. So, let's see. Should be models. Here it is. Wasn't this made by someone I follow? I can't remember. Okay, Kaleido file is being downloaded. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, 50 gigabytes of patches, yeah. Oh, wow, that's a huge file. I'm going to extract that, though, to where we had the other... oh, wait, no. Extract to that. I'm going to rename it. Okay. Close this up again. I need to then go back to SOL. I am just... and we'll call this stage. Alright, so import Kaleido. Model, SOL. Now this, I think I might be able to get a good frame of reference for, so. But it's going to be freaking massive. Because it's going to import it to the proper scaling. We all have a passion. We'll all find it, you know. But I get what you're saying. It took me like years to really hit this stride. Like looking back on my life, like animation in hindsight was kind of an inevitability for me. But I never would have guessed, you know. But it felt like it was going to happen at some point. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh wow. Did they really? This thing's like massive, and I'm trying to figure out where do I sample from. This thing's huge. Okay. I mean, it's nice. It's a great model, but it's kind of actually weighing down like a fucking computer right now. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, okay. So now it's start. I think. Okay. Oh wow, there was a lot of detail put into this. And I'm just trying to think, what can I grab from it? Ooh, look at that. It has a rocket ships and everything. Wow, they put a lot of care into this. I'm trying, okay. Oh, it's almost overkill. Oh boy. Okay, there's that. Okay, no, I think I'm starting to find it. I hope I can find something to rip off here, but I mean I can, but God, this is just too complex. I feel I'm gonna regret cooking that. Yeah, kind of. Oh wow, I don't even know if I can pull if there's anything of actual use here. I'm totally out of it tonight. Oh boy. Oh my ADHD is just out there. And I'm like, I can't unhear my neighbors right now. They're being way too loud. Outside, mind you. And it's not like the end of the world, but it's something that's bugging me right now. Oh Jesus. What is? Okay, this isn't gonna work. But I have another idea. Let me, don't save. I have an idea. Let's see if I can figure this out. Thingiverse. Because what I'm gonna have to figure out is I'm gonna need to find a bunch of stuff for me to essentially render. What's the right word? I'm not really having the easy ability of explaining this. I'm gonna have to like basically bake a height map, and I'm gonna need to grab some stuff for that. So, wrench. I don't know why I'm looking here. I probably should look somewhere else, but because right now this is stuff for 3D printing. But if I can find, I'm just trying to find models of certain things, and I know that's where I can go. Sketchfab. Sketchfab. Okay. Particular. Oh! Just what I wanted to see, the Brundlefly. Thanks a ton. Oh, well, that's hot. Anyway, enough about my own personal fears. Oh, let me tell you, someone already made Hitler in the character creator. Someone's like Game of the Year material right here. It was a pretty amusing. Okay. I just need something simple, and you know what? I will do. Is this? Yeah. I'm just trying to find something simple to work with, and okay, wrench. I'm trying to think what else. Lego pieces would be another one, I think. But I'm just trying to find, what did they always use? Let's go back to the actual footage. Okay, so I'm trying to pick something out. Bottle caps, maybe. Let's try that real quick. Okay. Yeah, we'll use that. Basically, I'm gonna put these all in like one spot and just like bake something. I don't even know how I'm gonna do that. Like, my head's kind of. I don't know the right word. Like trying to pick something out from all this, and I'm having a difficult time of it. Okay, I'm gonna just.
Fish.
Let's see. Trying to like look for something and having difficulty picking out things in frame. Oh wait. Oh, okay. There's a race car. There's a phone. Find a place that's. Oh, the trumpet. Let me put you this way, Gypsy. When I went to college for computer science because I wanted to make games, and looking back, I'm sorry, I was literally distracted by something for just a sec. Looking back, it wasn't what I wanted to go into, but I took there was this one class I took in my freshman year as an elective, a computer art class, and it changed my life. It put me on the path I am now. And I literally saw this, and I was like, I have one of these. I have this exact thing. I'm not even joking. I literally have that sitting in my apartment right now. And I can download it. I just kind of want it, to be quite honest, because I literally have this in my apartment right now. It's just so funny. Anyway, long story short, too late, I know, but I found my way And I'm like 30 now, and I'm still learning. I'm still like in the very early days, I feel like, of learning things. So, but, you know, one day at a time. We're all destined for something in this world. I am, you know, and just because the world isn't perfect doesn't mean you can't carve out a bit of happiness in it. Okay, I was looking more for like, that was a cordless phone, right? That was like one of those 80s era handset. Oh, like this. There you go. Perfect. I need to be downloadable though. Oh, yeah, downloadable. Let's see. I don't need anything fancy. Oh, yes. This is what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to smooth it out a bit. Like, a lot of these things are freaking high poly, which kind of defeats the purpose, but I'm just trying to find, like, I'm gonna probably simplify a lot of this shit down. But I'm just trying to find samples. I need to talk to my brother tomorrow, because he'll know better than I would of what kind of things I would need to like bake together. God, I'm like drawing a blank here. As always. All right, so let's see if I can. Oh, God, some of these stupid things. Some of these gags. Exactly. That's. You nailed it. Oh man, I love that design. And I got a better view of things. Yeah, they actually did like a reference to Alien. Several references to Alien in this show. Let's see. I see a tape recorder, a microphone.
So, I really don't know how to play very well yet, but I on camera.
Sorry, I just really like that show. That show's amazing. I'm trying to think of 80s things. Race car. Race car toy. Okay. Like, specific. Perfect. That is exactly what I need. That's exactly what I was looking for, and that's the exact kind of look for it. I'm literally just trying to find things to literally, like, spray paint. Oh. Jar lid. There's an idea. J-A-A-R-L-I-D. We'll all find meaning, guys. Don't worry. God, some of these jars remind me of cum jars. Wait, what do we have here? Oh, that's a... buy that. No. I'm just gonna put lid. That should give me something here. Shit. Yeah. I'm looking for plastic. What the... A tog lid? Okay. Oh, this actually be a thing for Thingiverse. Let's go there. And we'll look for lid. I'm looking There we go. That's one tip. That's funny. I think that's something Gundam actually recently printed off. He's been getting into 3D model, 3D printing recently, like as an extension for modeling. And I'm like, that is awesome, dude. I wish I could, or I wish I could had a 3D printer for that matter, or have the patience for it, I guess. Okay, that's a lid. Oh, perfect. Wait, some of these are exactly what okay. What does this look like? Okay. Yeah, yep, that's what I'm looking for. Download all files. I'm going to download this too. Okay. And I'll just throw it through a few things. Oh, wow. Some of these designs for Raspberry Pi are freaking amazing. You know what I will do, though? Some of these designs are actually really, really useful. Okay. I'm going to do MST3K. See if they have anything here I can use. Oh, they do. That was all. That's what I was looking for. Good. Okay, that's one thing down. Awesome. Essentially, this is the movie sign thing I was referring to. My brother has built one himself, and this guy made one I can use for a model. Sweet. That makes my day. Woohoo! Oh wow, they even made the billboard. Oh, don't get. Connect foreign miniature. That's funny. Oh, that's awesome. Some of these people are creative. Like, I know, like, my neighbor has, or I'm sorry, the library in our town has. Oh, my brothers would love to have this. He needs that. But we have our libraries have 3D printers. But I just kind of was like, I kind of want to make one. I've always wanted to have one myself. So, do they have any in the secret case sticker? I don't think I've ever checked. What do they have? Nothing. Literally nothing. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it's not them. Oh, well, they have Crow and Tom at least. Okay, that's good. Alright, so, I was just curious. But that plaid thing was pretty good. What is this? Like, I know it's just him showing it off, but I kind of want to know, is that a good thing of reference, I guess? Oh my god, he made a whole playset. Wow. Where did he make that? Where did he get... Oh. Did he... Oh, that's clever. But I don't know where he made that. There's so many neat stuff here. I wonder if I can find... I need Oh! I think we found some neat stuff here, I'm gonna tell you. There's some, wow, okay, I'm just gonna look through this for a sec. If there's anything else I can grab. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so he has made those figures. Oh, that's neat. Really fucking neat. Like, oh, that's cool. Okay, so let me just double check this. Connect. Okay, let me just go back for a sec. Collections. Ooh, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, perfect. Oh, wow. That's cool. They do have some Crow stuff. He's like the more difficult to build, but okay, so we got that. So I'm gonna let me grab what is it? Yeah, movie sign. Here we go. I'm going to extract this to the SOL folder. Do we need to close everything? We're just gonna switch around. No! Shut up, dog. Wait. Why did I say dog? Almost.
Wait!
Yeah. Huh?
That was
great.
beautiful.
Please, almost in...
I'm just trying to see if they can make out anything else here.
Got enough damage already.
Oh,
Oh, I
God.
went on a walk.
Manos.
Wait.
Make with this week's invention exchange.
Sorry. Trace has always been funny to watch.
Joel, it's the alien baby.
Those guys were fun. Okay, so we're gonna replace this. File. Save. File. Import STL. And then we're gonna go into files. Movie sign. Oh, wow, that's huge. Fucking huge. But no worries. Let me just, first off, though, get these closed up so I know how many polygons. Oh, that's a huge file. We're gonna put this in. MOVIESIN. Yeah, God, I'm totally out of it tonight. All right, and then file import STL like that. Okay, I see. As my brother would say. I'm gonna move you right about here. Yeah, and then I flip you. I know I'm just kind of out of it tonight, guys. That's why I'm kind of like always like when I'm half awake. That's when I say sorry. Oh, they're at it again. They hate you now again. What did you do to piss them off this time? Or what controversy did you that caused them to go after you? Is he done with COVID, or was he lying the whole damn time? Oh. Ah, jeez. Duplicate. Move by Y1 over. Well. I'm going to have to basically simplify these a lot. Okay, so... Yeah. This is way too big, complex. But, let's see. Light cap, we'll do... I think that's right. Is it? Oh god, the mace moose. I need to get to the... Oh god, that... Okay. Huh? Okay, that has to be yellow. Yellow... Well, to be fair, I wouldn't say it's entirely PTSD, but I do have something similar. I mean, like I don't refer to it that, but then like when I told my counselor, he's like, "Yeah, you have PTSD." I'm like, I don't like. So I mean, I feel like it's almost. Oh, they're going to start burning trees, or you know what I mean. It's gonna be crazy in the next few days. I can imagine hate crimes will be on the rise, but they're not actually hate crimes because, you know. Okay, so. Oh, I know. He was just trying to find a way to one up you. It most definitely is a lie, but that's the point. Okay, so I'm gonna hide these caps, or put them in a new collection and hide them, because I'm gonna have to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do this. Okay, so like that. Okay, so. Oh wow, that's actually really, really simple, and yet it's not. Merge by distance. Okay, no. Okay, so I'm gonna have to. Shit. It's not that complex, and yet it is. Oh, what a world. Okay, I'm gonna have to like find a way of like having to separate sections of it from each other, just so I can simplify them. Okay, so let me just see. Oh, how am I gonna do? Okay. Oh, right. That'll work. I think. No, it would not. Yeah, that guy's a fucking asshole, Wonder. I'm not gonna lie. I've had fun toying with his fans, though, and pointing out the flaws in their non-arguments. That's always fun, because they're a bunch of literal children, and I... Oh, dude. Like, the thing about... that really I love about Has-Been, and all that, has been how... She has essentially done what I call the first salvo of a animation revolution, because she basically on her own was able to get. She basically did a cyber frog, pulled what I call a cyber frog, and because of that, people are gonna start doing this now, and I don't think that's a bad thing in the slightest. On the contrary, I think it's a good thing. What other stream is it? Oh, it's sent to another stream. Uh-oh. YouTube's catching on, fam. They don't want me being wholesome, talking about random shit like this. Oh, heavens to Betsy, I spread positivity. Who am I? Your nerd wonder? I can't... No. She is so positive, though. Like, and her character designs are just freaking adorable. I'm referring to your nerd wonder, by the way. If there's one, if there is a art, if there is such a thing as the art Twitter version of, like, the positive art Twitter version of Pinkie Pie, I think your nerd wonder would make up that take that title, no contest. I like her a lot. She and her art, like I said, her little avatar character is so damn cute. Obviously on purpose, but oh wait, I can just do this. Ha ha! All right, cool. That's done. I don't have to worry about this. I'm gonna separate these. Selection. All right, so we're gonna hide you, because right now what I'm trying to do is simplify this. Oh, I know what I can do. Oh, and then he got an idea. An awful idea. It's actually a pretty good idea, to be quite honest. If I can pull it off, that is. Like, let me just... Okay. And I think I might be able to. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Okay. And we'll just delete vertices. Perfect. I'm trying to make this so that it'll actually work in a game engine, because right now it will certainly not. Fuck. I'm gonna have to do fate. Wait, wait, is that a bad thing, though? As a matter of fact, I don't think it is. Okay. Okie dokie dokie. Oh, no. Well, no, that's bad. That's not good. What did I do? Oh, okay. Okay, I need to do border? Yeah, let's do that. Is that... That's not going to be an issue. Okay, perfect. Now I go back up again. I'm just going to do X-ray. And we're just going to select all these and delete them. Okay. So now, I'm pretty sure I can then just, since I'm... Oh, Octavia is fucking adorable. I will... Especially her as a little kid. That was, like, really, really well done design. Like, I don't know why. It was adorable! Okay. But yeah, she's been an inspiration for pitiful me. Mainly because of her initiative and saying, I'm gonna make something, and fuck you if you don't like it, fuck you. I love how, like, animation Twitter's like, we want this. Okay, here's Hasbin. No, not that. It's like, it's a show literally created by a lesbian woman of color, or bi woman of color, and they're like, no, we don't want that. It's like, they're like the Hungry Pumpkin. No, I don't want that. Separate by selection. Behind you next. Okay, cool. That's, there we go. And then I'm going to have to then select these. Mesh, separate by selection. I'm basically, like, trying to cut out anything that would be overly complex. And I'm succeeding in that endeavor, I think. Yes, I do believe I am. Oh, there's those. Alright, well, let's just first delete that. Okay. Yeah, so basically I'm just trying to make it, like, I'm basically stripping away everything I'm gonna have to later go in and do, like a simplified version. Like, these nuts, I'm probably just gonna do a normal map. Like make a simple circle and then like bake a normal map for that. But I always speak highly of your art, dude, Wonder, because I can just totally see where you got like the like you are very much inspired by, or it's telling. Your art is very much inspired by like Persona 5 for like some of your character, like that one character alien design you have. I really like that design of it. It's an adorable look, I guess. I don't know. I'm just spitballing, I guess. Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna have to go, and then we're gonna try and get rid of you because separate pieces and whatnot. Okay, I think that'll do now. Or rather, I need to start now going in and basically simplifying this. I was basically trying to get the front area that I knew had a lot of was way too high poly. That'll need to like simplify, and then, but I didn't want to make the box any less complicated. It didn't need to be simplified. Well, it needs to be simplified, but like, I don't know. Oh yeah, her. Who? No, it's she's a symptom of a bigger problem. You could argue. I personally think I don't know what's going to happen next 4 years, but it's quite obvious, despite claiming to be a person of color and by woman of color, I'm sure she had to suck some dick to get where she was. Either that, or they really were that stupid and hired her. I don't want to imply anything, but at the same time, that's exactly what I'm implying. I remember, like, when I used to work at a Walmart, for example, they used to say, like, or there was this one woman who got really far in the company, and I remember that was like the first time I'd heard of the phrase "who you know, who you blow." And let's just say, I knew a greeter who like had to deal with that personally from his wife's angle, because I guess like you know, they always say about the cable guy and hooking up cable and, you know, that kind of thing. That literally happened to a greeter I knew. And it was someone who worked at Walmart. So, well, that's all I'm going to say. That's really all I can say. People really hated that guy because he had a restraining order put on him from someone in the salon, but I mean, I almost had sympathy for him, because he was the only reason he was still a greeter there is because he was holding out he could retire eventually. And part of me feels like they were going to screw him long before he got that retirement. And now I'm just partaking in the gossip. Fuck, I'm stupid like that. Okay. Why do I say stuff like that? Alright, well. Merge with last. Okay, so I'm going to now join. Fuck, I'm gonna have to then delete these faces and add new faces. Okay, perfect. Okay. Trying to make this much simpler than it has been. And delete you, or deselect you, face. Okay, there we go. Oh, dude, like, entertainment nowadays is all about, you know, kissing it up. I've talked about this on Twitter with a friend, a dear friend of the channel. And if I'm not going to mince words for a sec, I have been absolutely smitten with this woman for almost a year now. But, like, okay, first off, if you want to see how true that statement I mentioned about who you know and who you blow is in animation, for example, go watch, now I'm actually finally getting concentrated and focused. Go watch, Easy Peasy's video about someone who he talked to who was blacklisted from the animation industry. The animation industry as it stands at the moment, is, well, I would call it incestuous. And I mean that very in the most literal sense I can technically say, because it very much is that. Now, you might be asking, well, what do you mean by that, Charizard? Well, let's just say, as Peasy described it pretty well, and I won't be able to do it justice, but as he put it, if the animation industry is an incestual family reunion, well, then Alex Hirsch is Uncle Dad. Pretty much, he has slept with most people he has hired. And everyone who's used to work with him and now suddenly got a show, well, you might be able to understand how they got that gig, you could say. So my friend, she lives out south of me, in this great state of Indiana, and she wanted to go into animation, and well, she took a. I don't know why I was keeping this simple, but Peasy mentions her in the video. But okay, I know I can describe this. So you guys know about High Guardian Spice, the show that was produced using money from Crunchyroll by an old haggard woman who made a company for animation, and it was featuring the quote unquote talent, if you call it that, of people like that one bitch who wrote asked me about my feminist agenda and whatnot at Marvel. Yeah, so originally that woman, as Easy Peasy mentions in the video, used to run London Animation, which was a guild, to very self-explanatory guild, that was meant to usher in get women into animation. The problem is, and this is the thing that my friend encountered firsthand, is that they're not about that. They're about a bunch of old women, crusty white women, keeping power. Because if they really believe in what they believed in, they wouldn't have ghosted my friend, and who's a black woman, you know. And let me say that with Crunchyroll being sold, there's a certain squid-based individual who's probably just relishing the Schadenfreude like I am. I'm laughing at the merger of Crunchyroll and Funimation, mainly because it's only going to get worse, you know. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why I respect Vivzy, is that she did it all on her own. She was the diversity in comics of the independent animation scene. I mean, yeah, good, because it's a good video. But Vivzy is, I mean, she doesn't, it's obvious, I obviously know her political beliefs, but I don't really care because I respect her as a person. And I try not to let something like that, she's very, despite knowing that she probably doesn't agree with me politically, she does her very best to put that off the table. And I respect her for that, like nobody's business. I have a profound respect for her for doing something that no one else does, which is, you know, respecting your fan base and respecting their independence. She obviously it's something she's doing, and very, very, it's something she's definitely committing to, and I respect that a lot, and I it's why I support her and why I respect her. She leaves her politics out of it, and I oh god, that's such a breath of fresh air. So I really respect her and her work, and like I said, I view her as kind of the first salvo. When Comicsgate happened, there was the first major crowdfunding project, and it was Jawbreaker's Lost Souls, I think it was, yes. And I just realized I did not do this right. Fuck. You know what I'll do, though? Alright, so Curse of the World Origin. Okay, and then we rotate you 90, negative 90. Anyway, oh, fuck, no, I shouldn't do that. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, never mind. That was stupid of me. But yeah, her doing launching the Kickstarter and getting the show funded, that was, you could say, the watershed moment where it was gonna happen, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Oh yeah, the Nerf. Jesus. One sec, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back because there's a wonderful meme I saw that made my day today. But I'll be right back. But it's anyway. I'm obviously gonna close the door this time, or mute the mic because I need to pee. All right, I'm back. Okay, so one second. Let me pull this over here. I'm gonna pull. I think I had it in my memes. But there was a wonderful meme about this exact subject that I thought was. I think it was one of those Wojak comics. Let's see if I can find it. I didn't save it to my. I didn't save it to my photo, whatever. Okay, we'll just go here and see if I can find it in my feed. I know I at least retweeted it. Where is it? I know I retweeted it. Fosh is attractive. Yeah, that's totally a thing probably someone believes, and that person probably needs some Okay, here's what I meant. Cyberfrog or Cyberpunk made Hitler already. That's amazing work. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, here it is. This was my this is an amazing representation of what I meant. Also, I like this. Remember, there are no blue states, only blue cities. What's going on in the day of being okay? Anyway, but yeah, he got fired. Yeah, Matt. I mean, isn't it the left that says something to the akin to freedom of speech does not equate to freedom from consequences? I have a certain feeling that's what they. But yeah, imagine being whatever from All Santa. Exactly. I do find that rather amusing. That, imagine getting fired for that. Yeah, that's, amusing to say the least. Okay, so 3D cursor. Okay, so I need to move. Oh my god, it was banned in Italy. Of course it was. Did they make fun of, Muhammad again? That seems to be a reoccurring issue for them, if you ask me. Where is this located? Okay. Oh, sorry. Extrude Z2. There we go! And then, it probably was banned in Italy. I will give Trey and Matt credit in the sense that they are good at poking people, I guess. Extrude Z9. Okay. This is very simple, and I really appreciate that, actually. It makes this job a lot easier. I mean, Cartman, yeah, that's his whole shtick. forgive me, I'm having difficulty understanding what you mean, dude, Mr. Death, because I'm having difficulty, getting the context. I guess it's been a while since I've watched South Park. Oh, yeah, well, who isn't in this day and age? Wait a minute. Okay, that's 11. And that's 13, 11, 13, okay. Huh, well. I always find it funny when, like, the British, like, call America whatever, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I appreciate having, I'm sorry that we find freedom of speech to be something that's a good thing. Like, there's a wonderful comic, I think it was by, obviously, Stone Toss, where it's like, tell me, we have universal health care, what do you peasants have? And he says, the N-word. Bloody hell's the N-word, you mean it? And then, like, you see him in court, in chains. Base Stone Toss. And I need to do... Oh, wait. Fuck. Okay. Merge at last. Okay. Wait, what? Okay. Bloody hell's the N-word, you mean... I love, like, the wonderful images people, like, post of, like... what is it? They're like, they always word it in the Cockney accent. Like, oh, universal health care! And it's, like, showing them, like, with the worst possible teeth. And they're like, yeah. Imagine that. Wait, oh shit, what did I do? Yeah, what did I... Wait. Spin this puppy right around like a record, baby. Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you. I never, like, that's why I respect Count Dankula. Like, that man has fucking principles. And I respect that a lot. I don't know how he's had the gall for that, but he is a Scotsman, so I mean, I don't have much Scotsman in my blood. Well, actually, to be honest, like, my family have been here since the founding of our country. Like, we're related to the guy that, like, we're descended from the guy who, at least on my grandmother's side, we trace our lineage back to the guy who was hired to bring the Pilgrims here. And so, he was the outsider. And I know, so we trace our, like, that's my dad's side. But we've been here since the country was founded. And where was I going with this? I don't even know what I was going. I totally lost my train of thought. And that's probably for the best. Okay, so how many verts we got now? Oh, wow, I really reduced that down. That's only like 300 verts. That's manageable. And I made it to the point where it's like, let's see if I got this right. Set from face. Recalculate outside. Oh, yeah. That's great. Okay, wait. My face calling? Awesome. Okay, so there we go. One section of it down, and that reduced it to a very manageable amount. So, okay, this is over 1,000 vertices for oh god. Okay, and then that is and here I thought that was bad. This alone is 32. Oh, 32,000. Okay, I'm gonna literally start applying the, actually first, no. I'm gonna make this OG tube. I'm gonna use that for baking something later, but let's go and just do tube. And then we'll go into modifiers, and we'll do Yeah, that's not... Oh. I mean, it will, but... No, that's not good. We will do... Actually, symmetry with Y. Let's do 0.1. Oh, wow, that actually did pretty well. Object, shade, smooth. Oh, wow, that's... Dude, my grandfather... This is something cool. I love my family. My mother is a genealogy crazy person, or master of our family. She has traced our family lineage pretty far back, and one thing I think that's pretty cool is how, well, my great grandfather served during World War I. That's why I like Armistice Day quite a bit. Okay, that is managed. Holy shit, I reduced that down quite a bit. That's only 800 megabyte, or... Okay. That'll do. I'm going to press apply. Alright. And let's just see what you look like. Oh, that looks fabulous. Okay. That's... So then we add back the original movie sign, and that... Oh, yeah. Okay. Total is... Okay, only 1,000. See, that's a spicy meatball. Okay. And the OG tube looks like that, but it's not really needed. Okay. Alright, so we got that done, and then we gotta get next. Okay, that's the tube things. We'll do that later. This, I need to go into edit mode first and face it that way. Alright, I just need to get the first certain faces off here. But, yeah, it's funny, I found out from my mother over the weekend when she was talking about my grandfather's side, or my family from Poland. They came in illegally. It was kind of funny to find out. Wait. Okay, so that's four. That's a lot. But yeah, they came into the country right after World War I. There was a quota of sorts of how many people they allow in from Eastern Europe, and both my great grandmother and my great grandfather found ways in as best they could. Okay, you know what? Okay, so that. All right, that. I might not. Well. All right, so those. Let me just edit object mode. All right, so. And then those the tubes. Let me just do shade smooth and all these object shade smooth. Oh, that looks nice. All right. Let me just see. We'll do shade smooth, and then I'm gonna go in here, object modes, or I'm going to combine all of these, join, and then object, edit, all, and then normals, recalculate outside, object, edit. See, that still doesn't look right. Oh, I just realized. Shading, UV editing. What do they look like? Nothing? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so we will. No, we'll just... God, I'm just all over the place mentally right now. Let's see. Object, edit. Do normals. Set from faces. Oh, there we go. Okay, that looks great. Okay, I do need to do that for this too. Object, edit. Normals set from faces. And it needs to be all faces, shade flat. Alright, cool. That looks great. Object mode, and then we go into here. Yeah, I guess that'll Tube, object mode, edit, all normal, set from faces. Actually, there's only going to be a few I'm going to need to fix here. Awesome. I'm going to go in here and get rid of these sharps, if I can. Clear, sharp. Eh. I think that about does it. Clear, sharp. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place again. Oh wait, there's one. And I'm gonna have to wrap things up tonight. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired, man. Oh, it is. Believe me, I don't touch Unreal yet. I only export from Unreal. It's so complicated even for me. I'm just like, I'll hold off for now. Unity's a lot easier to use, in my opinion. But I am also kind of a bitch when it comes to that. I'm stubborn. I don't want to learn a new engine. I'm perfectly fine with to be quite honest, I'm actually holding out until Gaben finally stops teasing us and gives us the Source 3 or Source 2 SDK. That's kind of what I want to use. I really want to use Source 2. That's probably what I'm going to use more, like if I make a game. If I make a game, it's going to be built in Source 2. I think I'm just going to have to accept that fact. Okay. And I think I'm going to table some of this for tonight, but I'm going to at least try make this look better. Yeah. Good vibes indeed. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Just do that. That. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, Source 2. I'm referring to, when I say SDK, I mean the Source Engine 2 software development kit. That's what I meant. At the moment, it's getting close to where, I guess, Gary from Gary's Mod, he's been given the software development kit to start making the spiritual successor to Gary's Mod. And I have the software development kit today, for example, for Source Filmmaker, which uses Source 1. And unfortunately, they haven't done the same thing for Source 2. Now that Half-Life Alyx is out, it's only a matter of time. But that's why I'm not using Source Engine 2 or Source 2 Filmmaker, because we still don't have the development tools needed to port models in. So right now we're kind of SOL. Like, I've made a model of Gundam that I could easily put in Source. The problem is that the flexes don't work. So until they give us a software development kit that we can actually add those, I have to wait before I can port my amazing Gundam model over to Source 2 and start. Oh, with Source 1? Well, okay, first off, Source Engine is the game engine that powers Half-Life, the original Half-Life. So, yes, there are plenty of games that are memorable. Where do we even start on that, answering that question? But, let's see. Half-Life 2, Half-Life, episode 1 and 2, episode 1 and 2, Portal 1 and 2, Team Fortress 2, the Stanley Parable, Titanfall 1 and 2, as well as fucking Apex Legends, all run in Source, the Source engine, the same engine that made the Half-Life franchise. So Yeah, Source has plenty of games that have been made using it, and still do. But it's basically a heavily modified Quake engine, and so as a result, it's literally Source Filmmaker is built on top of Source Engine, and the Source Engine is almost a 20-year-old engine now, so it's pretty fucking old. So as you probably can imagine, Source 2 has been literally in development for a long time. It's why we haven't really had many games made by Valve over the past... Well, they're trying to get up and running. So, yeah, okay. This is the cool thing about Source Engine 2. That's, from what I've heard from Valve News Network, the license is the most simple you can possibly imagine. Essentially, okay, so when it comes to licensing for Unreal Engine, there's a cut, I think a 50% cut. And for Unity, there's also something similar where you have to buy a license, etc. How Gabe Newell is said that they're gonna do for Source 2 is the only thing you need to do if you're gonna make your game in Source Engine or Source 2 and sell it. We're not gonna ask for any fees. The only thing you have in your licensing for this is that you need to release it on Steam alongside it wherever else you're gonna put it. And that's it. That's you need promise that they're gonna be putting it out after they're done with Alex, and they're done with Alex. So it's only a matter of time, and I want to use it because it makes animations in Source 1 look primitive by comparison. I'm drooling at using it. Also, if you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm marking sharps so that it knows that these are very for shading purposes. So I'm going in there and marking all these so that it's something that you don't really think much about until you start doing it. But also Source 1's SDK, you can actually sell mods of using the Half-Life engine as there is a remake of Half-Life 1 from the ground up, built using the Source engine, because the original Half-Life wasn't using Source. Half-Life 2 was where that first was used. But they made our full remake, fans did. And they finally finished it and published it on the Steam storefront to buy. And it's a remake, a fan remake of Half-Life 1. Now, compare that to Nintendo. Again, if you want a good video on modding and how various companies handle it, I think Funk. I said fuck, and I'm like, oh, it's actually Funk is his name. He made an amazing video on I'll just show a chunk of it. I'm sure he's not going to copyright claim me. Funk modding. Let me just close these up first. Okay. This is a really good video. I'm going to see if I can start from the beginning, if it'll let me. Start from beginning? Fuck. We'll go to the very beginning of this.
Game's lifespan.
Okay, so.
Nothing in this world can be certain except the following: death, taxes, my shit-ass upload schedule, and if possible, your game will be modded by its community.
This is true.
These mods can vary widely. Maybe they're a retextured baseball bat, maybe they're a brand new map, maybe they're this. Sometimes your
I love that. I love goofy meme mods.
game will get modded so much that it's not even your game anymore. How the hell does that work? But what I want to talk about today is the importance of modding and how developers react to modding. The good, the bad, the neutral, the bad. And listen, you know I can't make a modding video without mentioning Skyrim. This game is how I learned modding even existed. You couldn't name a single thing about this game people haven't already modded. Normally kids in Skyrim can't be killed, but you know what modding lets me do? It lets me add more variation to their races and clothing to improve my immersion.
Kill me,
What do you think Bethesda does? Fight modding? Patch it out?
Is the physics that off in Battle for Bikini Bottom? That's sad. I'm not surprised though.
They did something only Bethesda could do. Re-release Skyrim all over again so they could sell mods for money. Good going, Todd. There's no way you could fuck that one up. Modding is the entire reason Skyrim remains relevant to
This
this
is
day.
also
And when
true.
your community releases more bug fixes than you do, it gives you an idea of how much developers rely on.
God.
I mean, seriously, we have to do this one for you too. The fact that I can turn guards into chickens
As to yourself, sneak thief.
is something older generations must have only dreamed about doing to Pong. Bethesda's made some pretty stupid decisions regarding
You
modding,
don't say.
but they've never tried to stop it. So, say we're working off an alignment chart.
I love
If
this idea.
Bethesda is
Alignment chart.
chaotic good, then my pick for true neutral is probably From Software. The entire modding scene of Dark Souls 3 lives under constant uncertainty of what will actually get you banned. If you play it offline, then generally you'll be safe and not have to worry, but then if you innocently modify control schemes or camera angles, then you have to be extra certain you're offline, because otherwise your ass is soft banned, even if you never interact with another player. I think this is a fair stance to take, given the game's infamous hacking scene.
Take down all my...
But it represents a really flimsy and tricky system of modding within a game that would otherwise really appeal to a thriving scene of modders.
Exactly.
Now, let's refer back to that alignment chart. We've got chaotic good and true neutral. So let's go for 3 in a row here. Awful Evil is an extremely specific alignment that I couldn't see describing Nintendo any better.
Here we
It's a
go.
thriving scene of Nintendo game modders, from Zelda to Mario to it's so large that there are literally genres of Nintendo mods, from bullshit creepypasta to meme mods to entire fan games. And yet it seems like Nintendo is always fighting this every step
Yep,
of the
they
way.
are.
They are nothing if not notoriously anal about emulation, which is pretty much the only effective way to mod their games in the first place. Project M, Pokemon Uranium,
Yep.
Pangea's ROM hacks, Full Screen Mario. All of these were shut down either by Nintendo directly or by the creators in fear of Nintendo shutting them down. The counter argument here is the protection of their IPs, and yeah, I understand that part, but when you combine this
I need to get this mod.
with a severe lack of accessible virtual consoles and an engine with tightly locked modding tools, it really begins to paint this picture of Nintendo as this overly protective guardian of all customization and accessibility of their games.
Damn.
For further
And
evidence,
I love how this happened. This is made from 2 years ago, and then this year in December, there's a whole free Melee bullshit.
just look at Super Mario Maker, which was released with pretty much full intent to combat all of the modding that old Mario games were going through, only to ironically get cracked and further modded to have more options.
Yeah, funny
Nintendo
about
wants
that.
everything that's made to be sanctioned under their own approval, but then they don't give people what they want. For example,
Mother 3.
the people wanting Odyssey DLC after a year. And you know what happens? Someone goes, fuck you, I'm making my own kingdoms then. And I'm making Bomb Battlefield too, for good measure.
I want to try that so bad.
And because Nintendo cracked
Oh. Well, the reason with that, Wonder, is that it's built using Unreal. People don't make their own game engines from scratch anymore. That's the thing. Everyone uses, like, one of whatever number of game engines that you can license. It's either like, fucking, it's so pervasive. I kid you not, Wonder, that The Mandalorian is shot using Unreal. And apparently, Jon Favreau had used, Unity to help create The Lion King. I am not joking. So, yeah. It happens.
down so hard on game tampering, the only way you can really
don't make game
access
engines
this kind
anymore.
of stuff
That
is
art's
through
dead.
homebrewing and emulation. Before long, you have these underground communities of diehard Nintendo fans hiding in the shadows from the very company that they love.
Yep.
And I've never shared this before, but when I was a teenager, I used to make custom Pokemon ROMs. I would sit down drawing sprites and writing custom text, trying to make my own Pokemon
I always wanted
game.
to do that.
And I'm heartbroken I never held onto the files. If I did, I'd show you every last detail. But I am happy I did it, because learning how to mod led me to learn how to edit videos. And learning how to edit videos led me to my job. The reason I share that is because I want to really emphasize the importance of letting people mod your games. Today's modders are tomorrow's developers, and
Damn
anybody
straight.
willing to spend as many hours as you do on your game
Oh,
may just
renderware-
become a helping hand to you.
And renderware is dead. In fact, someone has been using renderware. I'm sorry. They're reverse engineering it so you can run GTA 3 on your PS Vita, which I did, by the way. I installed
later
it.
on. So, thank you for watching my video, and you didn't really believe I'd make a modding video without talking about Valve, did you? Are you kidding me? So, let's say Nintendo is lawful evil. Then, Valve is definitely lawful good.
There we
Dota
go.
was a Warcraft 3 mod. Team Fortress was a Quake mod.
Well, the point is that if anything, the game engine scene has really there's less game engines now. Like they're all like the importance of multi-platform is so strong that it's really made it almost impossible for you to for a someone to like for the field to be as big as it used to be. Like for example. Look at no further than Mighty Number 9, which had a huge issue involving, point is that the best example I can give to what I just said about game engines and them running low, I guess, is Telltale Games. Quite simply, they had used the same game engine their entire run. And that was their undoing, weirdly enough. So, just a little food for thought, I guess. Okay, let me, oh, that's not too many verts. I was expecting more. Okay, so the tube is... That's the OG tube. I need the new total. Okay, so that's 800. That's... Okay, that's way too much for such a small thing. And that's 2,000, but I need to make them... Okay.
Strike was a Half-Life mod. Half-Life's engine, Gold SRC, is a mod of the Quake engine. But the reason I list Valve as lawful good is because of more than this. Not only is the company founded on the very act of modding, but they actually provide ample opportunity for up-and-coming modders to perform contract work.
I need to do that more.
Let's be honest, literally do their jobs for them.
The Steam Workshop.
If you've got the know-how, anybody can pick up Blender, model a hat or a gun, and pay for their college textbooks, all in less than a month. I know you can, because that's exactly what I did. Minus the part about textbooks. Technically, I never got an item added into the game. But
Telltale Game? Okay, so what happened to them? Quite simply, hubris. I used to love them. Like, I was a big fan of them because... I was a big fan of them back before they got big. The Walking Dead essentially, like, doomed the company, if you ask me. Because then they never innovated beyond that. You know what I mean? So, essentially, like, what happened to them was that they used the same game engine for everything. They never innovated. They really focused on yearly, like, always making new releases. And basically, this is what happens when you have an entirely in-house game engine, is that eventually, like, they never invested in making a new, like, improving it. So their ports, and they kept porting it to everything, so that eventually, like they were at the very end of their the Telltale end of Telltale, they were trying to like switch over to Unity, but at that point the writing was already on the wall, and they were dead. So what happened to Telltale? Well, quite simply, it's actually a sad story of how how you almost can't rely on a game engine in-house, I guess, for lack of a better term. I'm not explaining this whole thing very well. I'm sorry.
All of my time was spent on stuff like this, or this, or this. Yes, it is real. Please vote for it. There are
Heh.
people who make a living just creating stuff like this without ever stepping a foot into Valve's office. But even if you excluded the workshop, there'd still be a thriving scene of modders. Custom HUDs, maps, sound effects. You can even make your own Portal puzzles without knowing how to mod. But even if we excluded both the workshop and game mods, there would still be things to thank Valve for. Black Mesa, Portal Stories Meld, Fortress Forever, Hunt Down the Freeman. Maybe we don't talk about that last one. All of these are completely standalone Source Engine game mods. Yeah, Valve straight up let people just make their own spin-off games and sell it for money.
Scale
Holy
10.
shit, and even if you excluded that, I'd still have an ace up my sleeve. Gary's Mod is a game fundamentally made just to modify the Source Engine and let you do what you want with it. And even if you excluded that, there's still Source Filmmaker. People make a living using Source Filmmaker. I make a living using
I
Source
want to
Filmmaker.
make a living
If
using
developers were family members at Christmas, then Valve would be my grandpa, because he gives out the biggest, sickest presents that make the rest of us look like penny pinchers. And if you know me, then you know I'm very frustrated with Valve, and it's very hard for me to say nice things about them these days. Valve sucks ass at getting anything done. So if I can rain praise for 2 entire pages of my script, then guess what? They really are that good. Modding is an integral part of gaming today. Whether it's a car in Minecraft, or Johnny Joestar in Isaac, or an Armadale Godsword in GTA 5, or Yoshi's Circuit in Rocket League, or even
whatever the fuck this is.
modding does so much for the industry. It can elongate a game's lifespan. It can fix bugs the developers ignored. It can lead to even larger projects. And above all else, it makes me smile. I want to see more games embrace this and give players the tools they need to do it. Earlier this year, A Hat in Time hosted a contest completely centered around modding, and even a prize for the best mappers. This is fucking awesome. Not this though, this is awful. Developers, if you're watching, support your modding scene. Host contests, release tools, inspire.
But yeah, essentially, I agree with what he's saying, I guess. That's the best I can put it. I'm just tired, man. I'm gonna need to head to bed soon. But hey, we got most of this done. That's what I say. Hooray! Hooray! Duplicate. And object edit, I'll move there. Okay, cool. I replaced all 3 of those. And there. We've gotten the verts now down to a little over 1,000. I'll need to add, obviously, the lights, but point is, it's almost done. I probably won't even use the nuts here. I don't know yet. But point is, one section of it is at least partially there. I'll need to talk to my brother about this later more, though. But right now, I'm honestly about ready to conk out for the night. I'm exhausted. Hey, so there you go. See the combs. I mean, mind you, that's going to be much smaller. But right now, I'm just it needs to go on this table.